What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing pretty good and happy new year to each and every one of you. I hope this year brings all the happiness back in your life, all the success back in your life. Today we're going to discuss about performance in football, that is soccer for your people in States, but original football. And we're going to discuss about the physical attributes of the game, because football is more skilled based sport. People or players or coaches are more into skill aspect. They go on the field, they do drills with ball, multiple drills with training with teams, and they often neglect or drift away from the physical attribute of the side. And if I give the whole picture of football performance, if you will develop the physical attribute, as in all sports, you will automatically improve your skill aspect. So today we're going to discuss about physical, because skill I'm no one to discuss this part, but as a strength coach I'm going to discuss this. So the first thing is multi-direction, that is your change of direction, your agility. So in football there is change of direction every 4 to 6 seconds, and there is around 1200 to 1400 change of direction in a game, in a 90-minute game. So this sport is played in multiple directions. You move laterally, you move forward, you cut, you do all sort of things, and it's multi-directional sport. So it is very important to develop your agility, to develop your change of direction, and that is where your training in different planes of your in transverse plane, in sagittal plane, in frontal plane, helps you to develop this the strength training, the eccentric strength, to decelerate your body and change the direction, your hip rotation, your pelvis rotation, everything comes into play with this. So the strong you are, the correct technical abilities you have to move through different planes will determine this multiple change of direction, or COD, or agility. And you can do change of direction drills and agility in your sports with ball, with small sided games, 5-a-side game, 4-a-side game, 3-a-side game, and you can hone on this multi-direction ability. The second is linear speed. Now linear speed, when I talk about linear speed, I'm talking about acceleration and top end speed. So linear speed is just running into straight line. So there's two aspects of that: acceleration and top end speed. Now I personally, when I train football guys, I usually focus more on acceleration. I don't neglect the top speed because it is important, but I focus more on acceleration, because football is more acceleration based sport. You run around 30 meters, but 90%, 96% of your sprints are 30 or less than 30 meters. So you can see you have to be that quick off the block. Top end speed doesn't matter unless and until you're a winger and you have like long span to run. But if you're a midfielder, if you're a striker, if you're a defender, acceleration will be very, very important. And that's when your strength training, which will come later in the part, strength training, power training will come into play, because acceleration needs that horizontal force, that vertical force, and top end speed. So you need to develop all that forces. You need to be able to apply the forces on the ground, so the ground will apply the force and it will propel you. It's just physics, guys. So linear speed, that is very important. Third is power development. Now power, I categorize in vertical power, horizontal, lateral, all planes of all planes, in transverse plane, everything, rotational power. Because this developing vertical power, horizontal power, and lateral power will directly affect your speed, your linear speed, and your change of direction. Because in top end speed, if you're running, if you're a line back and you're running to box, you need that vertical force development. You need to produce the force, and that way you propel forward. And for acceleration, you need those horizontal. You need horizontal force for kicking the ball. Lateral, you need lateral force for change of direction. So it is very important to train power. Now power, I mean strength, speed, or speed strength. You go into the gym, you lift lightweight as fast as possible to increase the rate of force development. So this is very important to build that power for soccer or for football athletes. And because I'm seeing this in India at least, that footballers are not more focused on going to the gym, hitting the weights and doing all this strength training. They are more focused on the skill part. That's why I had to make this video. The fourth thing is strength. Increasing your absolute strength, your relative strength is very important for a soccer player, because the strong you are, the more force you will be able to apply, the more powerful you will be. Because again, it's simple physics. Power is equal to force into velocity. So you need to apply more forces, and to do that you need to be strong. You need to develop your absolute strength and relative strength to transfer to this power. And then again, everything is interconnected. Now fifth is aerobic capacity. Though football is anaerobic sport, it's like more sprints, repeated sprintability, and more power, jumping, heading and everything. But again, you need aerobic capacity. You need that more VO2 max, or you need to train to improve your VO2 max, your oxygen consumption, because you need to last for prolonged period of time, 90 minutes, 45. You need to have that aerobic base to recover from this anaerobic thing and to last longer, to produce the forces, to produce the high amount of forces, to be powerful forces later part of the game. So aerobic capacity is very important, and especially when you're midfielder, because you need to run box to box, you need to run laterally, and you cover lots and lots of distance. Around an average football player around covers 17 to 20 kilometers in a game. So you need that aerobic speed, because as I told you guys that 96% of sprints are less than 30 meters. So can you can imagine that how aerobic capacity is going to be important for you, because most of the time you're just jogging, you're running. But when you need that to last longer in the game, you need that lung capacity to produce oxygen, and you need to last longer throughout the 90 minutes. So all these things are anaerobic. Anaerobic means powerful burst, less than 10 seconds or around 60 seconds. And this is aerobic, that is more than 60 seconds or 90 seconds you're doing the work. So in football, many athletes or coaches gets confused at what should we train. Should we train anaerobic or aerobic, skilled or physical attributes? But again, this sport is a complex sport. It involves lots and lots of things, and programming for football is it's not very difficult, but you need to put your head through it. You need to program in a right way, so that you can improve your skill aspect, you can improve your physical aspect, you can improve your anaerobic capacities and aerobic capacities. You can improve your repeated sprintability, that is sprinting more repeatedly throughout the game, because again you need to produce efforts, high powerful efforts throughout 90 minutes. So it's not that you give your sprint 100% in the first minute of the game and you don't run as faster, or you cannot give your 100% your sprint in 90th minute of the game. It might cost you a match. So you need all these attributes to perform well in football. So I just want to give the bigger picture that start training with weights. Don't run away from the gym. Start using your head. Skill is very important, because again, football is a skilled based sport. You need to have a good handling of the ball. You need to be good with the ball at your feet. But again, this physical attributes will determine this. So this is very important, physical attributes, and for that, for the performance, you need to consider all this. So this is it from my side, guys. I hope all of you like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you till next time. Goodbye.